Warning: the content in this podcast may help you get fit. Your discretion is advised. If you haven't been able to reach your fitness goal, it could be because you keep running into fitness scams, misconceptions, and gimmicks. Finally learn the way and get fit with the Real Results No Gimmicks podcast, hosted by body transformation experts FitnessWithFlex and FitnessWithFlexHERS.
Welcome, guys, to the 17th episode of the Real Results No Gimmicks podcast. We're your hosts, FitnessWithFlex and
FitnessWithFlexHERS, and we're body transformation experts. Many of you may know us from our clients' amazing transformations from all over the United States and all over the world.
In today's podcast, we wanted to go over whatever happened to your New Year's fitness resolution.
Dun, dun, dun.
You remember that fitness resolution you had on January 1st that you were thinking about during the holidays? You were saying to yourself, you know, once January 1st starts, I'm going to really get fit. This is going to be my year, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much the same resolution you've been having for the past couple of years, but you still haven't been able to achieve it. What has happened in these past 4 months that, again, you fell into the same trap as all the other months? Why haven't you been able to achieve your fitness resolution?
For all you listeners out there, this episode is really a self-reflection episode. Really take out the time, guys, to be honest with yourselves. What type of goals have you set for yourself since January 1st? Whether it has been to eating a healthier diet, becoming more active and consistent at the gym, doing more cardio, going to the gym after work, whatever it has been, what have you done on a consistent basis from January 1st until now? And have you really been honest with yourself in executing these goals? We really want to tell you guys that whenever it is that you set that goal for yourself January 1st, we want you guys to really know that it's not a perfect journey up until your fitness goal, right? FitnessWithFlex, I'm pretty sure you can agree with that.
Yeah, of course. There's always going to be hurdles. There's nothing that you could possibly do in life that's just going to go smoothly. I don't care what it is. There's always going to be some unexpected hurdle that's going to happen trying to stop you, but it's how do you come back from that? If you stopped any time there was a hurdle, you'll never get anything done. If you think back to yourself when you was a baby, right now you could run, you could walk, hopefully, and all that stuff. But when you was a baby, you couldn't, you know, you even had to learn how to crawl. What if you couldn't crawl? Or you just stopped yourself from learning how to walk just because you kept on going through hurdles? Right now, you wouldn't be able to walk. So definitely. Your whole life, you've been going through hurdles. Just because now all of a sudden you have this one goal and hurdles start to appear doesn't mean that you can't jump over them. You know, you have to be just as strong as you were when you were a baby that you wanted to learn how to walk, even though that sounds kind of weird that you would be stronger as a baby.
Yeah, because when we're a baby, we really have nothing to lose, or we don't really have all these fears that we have now. But you can't let those fears take over. And we really want you guys to know that although this is what we do for a living, we're not robots. We do think about pizza. We do think about cake when we go to a birthday party. We do have cake and we do have these things, but that does not mean that our journey ends there. So for you guys, if you guys ever have a birthday party coming up or some type of holiday, or you have a cheat meal when you're not supposed to have a cheat meal, that does not mean that that should be the reason why everything else goes to shit. You should brush it off, get yourself back up, and continue on your journey, because remember, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is what you do on a consistent basis. Whether you fall here and there or have a cheat meal here and there, that's not really going to define if you get to your fitness goal or not. It's whether you stop or whether you continue.
Like I said, hurdles are always going to happen, but just because one of your tires got slashed doesn't mean you have to slash the other 3 that are perfectly fine. You guys have to brush off and just get back on track from right then and there.
Change that one tire and you got the other 3 that are still rolling, so you could keep going down the road. Imagine the trouble you would have if you slashed those other 3 tires. You literally would be fucked, right?
Oh yeah, that's usually what happens when someone's failing on their goal, is just they just give everything up. For nothing, because then, you know, if it's a goal that you have in mind, it's going to pop into your head sooner or later, and then you're going to have to start over again at that point. Why not just start off right now? You're already into it. You messed up a day or 2, maybe a week. Maybe you messed up a month. Maybe you messed up all 4 months from January till now. But you guys still have some time. They say that summer bodies are created in the winter. Unfortunately, we're in the spring. But that doesn't mean you still cannot look way better than what you look now for the summer. Summer's about 6 weeks away. You know, you could do a lot of things in the 6 weeks.
Definitely.
So in today's episode, when we get back, we're going to be giving you guys a couple of tips of what you can do right now. It's crunch time in the next 6 weeks so that you can finally achieve some of your fitness goals. Stay tuned.
Are you tired of eating the same old boring foods while dieting? Imagine eating things like pizza, tacos, cheesecake, lasagna, pancakes, flan, and much more. Now it's possible with the Fitness with FlexHERS, from junk food to good food recipes. This ebook will show you how to make healthier alternatives to some of your favorite foods. Visit www.fitnesswithflex.com and purchase your copy today.
Alright guys, we're back and we only have 6 weeks to get fit as hell, so it's crunch time right now. Take out a pen and paper. We're going to give you guys a couple of tips on exactly what you have to do in order to get fit within these next 6 weeks. As soon as this episode is over, I expect you guys to start this right away. There's only 6 weeks, so take advantage. The first thing you guys have to do is you need to incorporate weight training. This has to be your base. I know you guys like to do cardio. Many people like to do cardio to lose body fat, but you're shooting yourself in the foot. It's going to take you extremely long if you're only doing cardio. You should still do cardio, but it has to be as a supplement to your weight training. Weight training is not only going to help you burn calories a lot faster, but it's also going to help you build muscle. And the more muscle you have on your frame, the less body fat you'll have and the more calories you'll burn. So this is a very, very important tool in your toolbox to incorporate weight training. They say that for every pound of muscle you have, you lose about 50 calories. It might be a little bit more, a little bit less. Let's go with 50 calories. If you guys gain 10 pounds of muscle, that means that every day you guys are going to burn about 500 calories whether you work out or not. That's something that cardio cannot do for you. So please incorporate weight training. There's only 6 weeks. You need to burn as many calories as possible in order to lose body fat and get fit. Our next tip is incorporate cardio. Again, as a supplement. This is going to help chip away at those calories. You need to burn 3,500 calories to burn the pound. Weight training is going to help you burn most of those calories, but doing cardio every day, even if you're only burning 200-300 calories, is going to start chipping away at that debt, that fat debt that you have. It's going to keep on chipping away at it until you finally reach your fitness goals. Now, depending on the fitness level that you're in, you might have to, if you're just starting off doing cardio, you might have to do moderate cardio, like walking, maybe light jogging. Now, if you've been doing cardio for a while, maybe you might want to incorporate HIIT training. High interval training is basically, let's say you're gonna do cardio for 20 minutes. Maybe the first minute you're at moderate level where you're on the treadmill like at 4.0, and then for 30 seconds you go to 9.0. Then you go back to a minute, you go moderate for 4.0, and then for 30 seconds you can do an all-out sprint at 9.0. Again, you guys have to play around with the numbers. It all depends on your fitness level. But if you guys are just starting out, just doing basic cardio like walking or maybe light jogging is going to help you tremendously. So you guys could definitely start off with the weight training and also incorporate cardio into your routine.
Our next step is to set alarms. This is something that really helped me, especially in the beginning. When you have, all these meals to worry about, it's kind of hard to stay on top of them, especially if you have an extremely busy day. So setting multiple alarms will really come in handy, because as soon as your alarm goes off, you already know, okay, it's time for me to get in that meal. Also, always take a spare protein shake. I always tell my clients this. Always have an emergency protein shake in your bag, because you just never know when your day is going to get too hectic and you're not going to be able to get that meal in. But if you have that spare shake, you just put water in it. It takes 3 seconds. You chug it as fast as you can, whether it's because you're outside or you take a quick bathroom break in the office. It'll always come in handy.
Yeah, sometimes I'll have clients that are like extremely busy at work and they can't even get bathroom breaks. I think your job is breaking the law by not letting you do that. But hey, if you go to the bathroom, you have your shake, you could drink it there. That's an easy way to get your meal in. They shouldn't be stopping you from using the bathroom. It's kind of ridiculous.
It's kind of ridiculous. But if that's the case, you always have that spare protein shake. Also, when you have alarms, at the beginning, when you have to have, let's say, 3, 4, 5 meals, depending on where you are and what your fitness goal is, it's really hard to get those meals in, especially if you're not used to eating that many times. So when your body doesn't really get hungry at the time that you're supposed to eat, you can really kind of get drifted away with the time and not get all those meals in. But once that alarm rings, you're already going to tell yourself, okay, it's time for that meal. And guys, you're not always going to have to use this, because eventually your metabolism will get faster, your body will start asking you for more food, and you're going to get hungry during that time that you're supposed to eat. So I don't really use the alarms anymore because my body already knows when it's that time. Another tip that really comes in handy is meal prepping. I know you guys have seen this a lot, Instagram, Facebook, all these social medias out there or whatever, but meal prep really does help, especially if you have a hectic schedule, whether it's work, whether it's kids, whether it's whatever, I don't know, whatever work you have to do. But meal prepping really does come in handy. You do it once a week and now you're set for the whole week. So there's really no excuses as to why you don't get all your meals in.
Yeah, even if you don't want to do it for the whole week, sometimes the food might taste a little bit weird after a couple of days. You know, cook for every 2 days. You know, make meals for the next 2 days, for the next 3 days at least. Of course, it's going to take some work, but again, you only have 6 weeks. You already slacked off in the past 4 months. You might as well put in all your chips and do everything possible within these next 6 weeks.
Also, let's say you cook for 2 days, but you can cook for when you get home, for if you have a hectic schedule and when you get home you're really tired and you don't want to cook, you already have that prepared meal. All you have to do is put it in the microwave and you're set. So every 2 days, every 3 days, every 4 days, depending on like how Fitness with Flex said, if the food starts getting a little weird or tasting a little weird, you don't have to cook one day for that many days. So really just, you could go by person, but meal prepping is really helpful, especially in the beginning. Also, you save a lot of money, because when you don't meal prep, the first thing you want to do is order takeout. And a lot of people don't really notice how much takeout can take a toll in your pocket.
Also take a toll on your belly.
On your
by
belly.
Making it bigger. It's going to make your pockets smaller and make your belly bigger.
Yes, and if you guys listen to our previous episode, we talk about when people don't really realize that takeout food, although you choose a healthy option, you don't really know how they're cooking it, what oil they're cooking it in. Is it the best cut of meat? Has the meat been out there for a while? Is it going to get you sick? Because just because you order a healthy option from a restaurant does not mean that it won't make you sick. So nobody's gonna put in as much love into your food as you are when you cook it at home. So meal prepping, guys, really try to use that tip.
And our final tip here is you can see we gave out 3 tips that have to do with food, and that's because what you eat is what's going to basically give you your results. A lot of people want to kill themselves at the gym. I've had clients tell me, oh, I'm only going to work out an hour. What if I want to do 3? What if I want to do 4? I don't know how you're going to work out 4 hours with not eating properly, but that's pretty funny to me. But you don't need to do that much exercise. You just need to, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality of exercise. So we always like to say, it's the type of exercises that you're doing. There's billions and billions of exercises over there, but there are certain exercises that burn more calories than others, and those are the ones that you really want to incorporate. But more important than anything, it's your diet. That's 70% of your results. So you could do 4 hours at the gym and you're coming home to eat burgers and pizza and you're going to get no results whatsoever, or hardly any results. So please focus more than anything on your meal plan. Even if for these 6 weeks you didn't even go to the gym and all you did was follow a good meal plan for your body, you're still going to lose a tremendous amount of body fat. So that's why you really have to really focus more than anything is on the food. And a quick shameless plug here is that FitnessWithFlexHERS has come out with the FitnessWithFlexHERS From Junk Food to Good Food recipe ebook. And again, diet can be very tough if all you're doing is eating grilled chicken all day with salad or vegetables and all this stuff. So this book definitely gives you a lot of different ideas on what you can do to eat some of your favorite foods, but just a healthier alternative version of that.
Yes, this book definitely helps you become more creative in the kitchen. Also, a lot of people have been asking me if there's dishes for people who are vegetarian, if there's dishes for people who are vegan, or so on and so forth. This book is not specifically made for people who are vegetarian or who are vegan, but what I can say is that if you do purchase this book, having a vegetarian background or having a vegan background, you can start molding these dishes into something that it is that you like. Whether it's taking away one ingredient and putting it in the other, or taking away a protein from a certain dish, is not gonna take away from the dish. It's just gonna make it a little different. It's gonna make it customized for you. So this book is really gonna give you a lot of good ideas. And on top of that, we don't only have savory dishes, we also have desserts. And I know desserts can be very, very big when it comes to people that break their diet. So when you have a healthier alternative to some of these desserts that are filled with refined sugars, it's really going to help you stay on track.
All right, guys. Well, I hope that these tips will help you really get into crunch time right now for these next 6 weeks. You guys could do it. It's only 6 weeks. That's all you guys have to do. 6 weeks from here to summer, and you're going to look a lot better than now. Don't wait until... don't be like, oh, it's already almost summer. I really didn't do anything. I'm just going to stay the same as always. You can still look a lot better. Trust us on this. You don't want to go through another summer feeling uncomfortable. If you're a guy, not wanting to take off your shirt. Or if you're a girl, not wanting to put on that 2-piece bathing suit because you want to cover your stomach or whatever it is. You still have a lot of time. And even if you took it from now to July, let's say, that's 8 weeks, 10 weeks in. That's even more time that you have to prepare. So start it from today, follow all these tips, and you're going to thank us 6 weeks from now.
Stop the complaining, people. Stop complaining. Don't let this summer be another summer filled of complaints as to why you couldn't reach your fitness goal. Please, it's not going to do anything by complaining. You're not going to wake up next summer with a six-pack because you complained this summer about it. You have to take action, and that's the only way you're going to be able to get to your fitness goal.
That's it. It's either you do it or you don't do it.
And if you don't do it, then you're going to be another complainer on the beach.
All right, guys. Till next time.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Real Results No Gimmicks podcast. We really appreciate it. And if you like what you just heard, please feel free to share our episodes with your friends and visit our website, www.fitnesswithflex.com.